another edition of Love What You Do, Do What You Love. I'm here with Tom Bainbridge, announcer, comedian.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, voiceover artist.
Sure. All of the above.
All of the above.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, mate.
No worries.
You're one of the lucky few that does what he loves doing for a living.
Yeah.
Tell us about your journey. Tell us about how you got to do what you do.
Yeah, sure. So I started in community radio.
Yeah.
At a place called SYN, Student Youth Network, and from there I was with a mate Olly. We were doing radio. We were doing just like 1 hour a week, and from there we decided that look, let's try this professionally.
Yeah. So
we ended up getting a manager. He got us a gig in
How'd you
Albury.
go about getting that? That's interesting that you got a manager. That's like, how did you? When did it sort of click to you guys? Hey, we love this is great. So how do we take it to another level? Because not many people actually have that sort of mindset to go, hey, we need somebody to sort of get us in here.
We kind of were just having different meetings with different people, and as you kind of do in that industry, you just meet lots of people, and it's all about who you meet and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So we're meeting different people and finding different people, and it got to a point where we met a guy called Dan Bradley, and he was really keen on our stuff and went, I think it's time for you guys to get management. So we decided to get management.
Excellent. So you started in community radio, and then where to?
So then we got a gig in Albury for 2 years doing breakfast radio up there on a station called Star FM. It's now Hit 104.9.
Yeah, did you move up there?
Yep, moved up there for 2 years. Yep. And that was a great place to kind of cut our teeth, to really nail the craft and get the basics down and learn what radio is, find our style, our sound.
Yeah. I was going to say, because obviously you would have found your groove, your flow, you sort of I suppose hone your craft.
Totally, yeah, because as much as radio sounds like it's just talking to each other, which it is, and there's a lot of like spontaneity and all that kind of thing, it's also, there's all these weird basics that you need to nail to make it sound like an actual product. Yeah. Otherwise it's just...
And did this come naturally? Like when you were at school, this is what I'm interested in, is like, did you sort of see yourself going down this path?
Not radio.
Were you in entertainment in such?
Yeah, I loved drama, and I loved performing, and I loved all that kind of stuff. I did go for the auditions for NIDA and VCA and all those kind of acting schools. But being in Year 12, it's hard to come straight out of Year 12 into those schools. They don't usually accept you.
Yeah.
But had a really great experience doing that. And from there, I got into a course which was film and television at Swinburne University.
Cool.
So I did that for 3 years and kind of looked at the filmmaking style and decided, I don't think I'm very good at making films. I kind of want to be more of a performer in front of the camera. So then it kind of went down this path of, I was doing comedy with my mate Olly, and we kind of went, how do you make money out of comedy? Because you can't make money out of comedy unless you...
It's like music, man.
Freaking brilliant.
Yeah.
So, and I've always said radio is kind of a bit like shit stand-up. It's just like underdeveloped stand-up.
That's cool. Good one.
So we have a lot of shit ideas. So we thought, stuff it. We'll try and cut our teeth.
And so you thought, that's awesome, man.
Yeah,
that's awesome and so you sort of went, okay, being in front of the camera isn't my thing, but maybe radio is, and that's when you sort of went, okay, this is where we're going to start. Let's try and do this seriously. You were on SYN, weren't you? That's where you started. Is that where you started? Yeah. So that would have been a great learning platform for you.
It's awesome. Basically, anyone under the age of 25 can get a shift. So it's great access for people to be able to literally just jump in front of a mic, because that's all it is. It's just mic time. You just need to sit in front of a mic and get as many hours as possible.
Yeah, and that's where you get your confidence.
Exactly. And that's all that kind of stuff.
And then from there you went up to the country, and then tell us about Triple M. Tell us how that's a big...
Yeah, it was a crazy... It's one of those annoying stories where you go, how did you get to where you are? Oh, that's all luck. And that's kind of what it was for us. It was
But do you make your own luck, you reckon? Right place, right time?
Yeah, it's all that.
Yeah.
It's all that. Like,
cool.
you can't replicate that journey.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to to give advice on that on our journey.
Yeah.
As I've heard so many others of just being able to like be in that right place, right time, and get those right
That's
people.
life, isn't it?
Yeah, totally.
It's life.
So yeah, we kind of, our contract ended in Albury, and then all of a sudden they wanted to keep us on in the company, and so they said, "Hey, do you want to gig at Triple M doing nights?"
That would have been
and
a dream.
we just jumped. Yeah,
That would have been a dream. You know, work for
Insane.
Osterio.
Yeah.
So this is where you are now. So you're in this crazy place where you've actually love what you do.
Yeah.
And like I said, because we met earlier, and one of the key aspects is that it's really interesting to speak to people like yourself.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people out there that aren't doing what they love doing.
Yeah.
And that's just why I like talking to people like you, to realise how fortunate we really are, and that it just doesn't, this stuff just doesn't happen.
Totally.
There's a lot of work that goes from where you start to where you are now, because people go, oh, right. But it's a really great journey and story, because where do you see yourself? Like, I know this is a really loaded question,
Nah,
but where do you, like, I mean, Triple M now, you're enjoying it?
Yeah.
Loving it? That's great, man.
100%.
And do you have any like, where do you see yourself?
Totally. We've always kind of said from the start we want to do drive, and we want to do national drive, and we want to push for that.
That's your goal.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
That's our goal.
That's awesome. Well, thanks, mate. I really appreciate you coming in.
Easy.